Hi everyone, I am Melchizedek Bayo Omomule. This message is to the couples who are going through violence across the globe. It is everybody's collective responsibility to put an end to domestic violence. We must not shy away from it because it's affecting our society, affecting it, wrongly. And that is why we must pay serious attention to it. And my advice is that everyone have a role to play. Domestic violence is what we see in family and marriages. When one is trying to force he or her opinion into the couples. And brethren, we have to face it. Because marriage is the foundation of everything. Every society starts from family. Every church starts from family. Every, religion starts from family. Every organization starts from family. Every government starts from family. That's why domestic violence must be handled and take a necessary actions so that our society will enjoy peace. We must also understand that domestic violence starts from the devil. When God created Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, the enemy came, the devil, and lied to them. And he destroyed the first marriage in the Garden of Eden. And the devil is still in the business trying to destroy marriages. And that's why we must do every necessary thing to make sure that devil will not destroy our home. Also, another thing is that we need to pray. If you want to save your home, you must pray. Many children's life have been damaged because of violence. When children see their parents fighting, it affects their education career, it affects their esteem. So many things. And also, because people shied away from it. What people shied away from, is just that one are not serious about it. Because the truth, we must face the reality. The reality is that the church have to talk about it. In the mosque, they have to talk about it. In the school, they have to talk about it. In the organization, they have to talk. It have to be. We must talk about it everywhere. When we silent about it, it begins to increase. You see, that is, people have been pretending. And being pretending, it has resulted to many lives being cut short because of violence. Advice is that when the violence is going into that life is being threatened, it is advised that they separate for a while than to die. They can separate for a while. Though God said that there is no divorce. But anything that I have to do that is threatening to life, you can separate for a while, but that is not divorce, and pray so that God can intervene. Also, when there is violence, you can look for a minister or God, a professional in that areas of marriage. We have people who are gifted. You need counsels. Counsels are required from those who are in marriages. those who have been in marriages and they have a good testimonies. You can also seek their opinions on what to do. That's why, the advice that I would say is that we must not shy away from it. Because many lives have been crumbled. You see? And another thing I know is that people go to schools to learn, to have knowledge about the area they want to specialize on. But people don't go to school for marriage. Because when you have, just a very little knowledge about a particular thing, that means you may not be able to handle that thing very well. Knowledge is required. Knowledge is required. What I mean is that we can read books. Right now, there are some people who are professionals in that area. You can consult them. But we must do our best to eradicate domestic violence. You see, the causes, some have emotional tempered. Some have emotional temper. Some their background challenges. Some their foundation. Because two people coming together from different background, they need time to know each other. They need to study each other. And also, you cannot put God away when you have to come to marriage. Because God is the foundations of marriage. God is the one that introduced marriage. And God, the purpose of marriage is to fulfill God's agenda on earth. And that is why that when people, they are trying to take God out of marriage, it will result to domestic violence. Pride is one of the reasons that bring domestic violence. Pride. When you see yourself beyond who you are, when you are married, Bible says you become one. You are not two, you are one. And you can never, two of them can never be the same. Somebody must be able to adapt. Because adaptability is very, very required. Wisdom is required. Love is required. And also, you must be a help to each other. You must be a help to each other. And I pray that God will help us. My last advice that everybody, we must see it as our responsibility. When we see it as our responsibility, then we will be able to handle it amicably and set Satan out of our homes. In-laws is their responsibility. Couple is their responsibility. Minister of God is their responsibility. Afar is their responsibility. Pastors is their responsibility. Professor is their responsibility. Teacher is everybody responsibility. And when we see it like that, we'll be able to put an end to domestic violence that is cutting life short, that is causing damages in home, that is jeopardizing the future of our marriages, which God does not like.